Spring is very important to me. I love spring so much. But when I was starting self-love journey back in 2022, I thought it'd be a really good idea to make a video for spring. These are just things that I think will help you. And if I had this video when I was struggling, I think it would have definitely helped me. So without further ado, let's get into this video. First thing I want you guys to do is to keep promises to yourself. I am very guilty of this. I always say, I'm going to go to the gym after work, and then I get done work and I'm like, I'm not going to the gym. But this is where it's going to change. So for an example, to keep promise for yourself is you could drink water before coffee. You could do like a 5-minute tidy up. You could do daily walk or stretch. For me, like I said, I am very guilty of this. One of the things I've been trying to implement into my daily routine is stretching. And I always say I'm going to stretch tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and I don't stretch. So this is one we could work on together because I need to improve this. But just to sum it up, it's pretty much say you're going to do something, you have to do it. You can't just procrastinate or say I'm going to do it tomorrow. The second thing to do to fall in love with yourself this season is to romanticize this season. So ways you can romanticize this season is to get a spring themed drink. Me personally, I love Starbucks lavender mocha drink. It is so delicious and it's something that I really love to get every season. But I am not hyping up Starbucks. I'm sure other cafes have spring themed drinks. You could also make your own. You could make like a spring themed sleepy mocktail. Another thing you could do is to journal outside because the weather will be getting warmer. Sketch outside, journal outside, read outside. You could go on nature walks and just pay attention to the scenery and the leaves coming back. One thing that I think is a really good idea that I saw another YouTuber suggested this is she said to pick a color for the theme of the walk. So for example, if your color is yellow, you just want to take pictures of everything that's yellow, which I think that's such a cute idea. And then I would also focus on hobbies and like a spring wardrobe. Like I think that'd be very cute. Next is to change how you speak to yourself. Instead of saying, why am I like this? Try saying, I am learning. I am allowed to grow slowly. It's really important to focus on affirmations when it comes to like comparing yourself to others. And I think growing up with social media, although it's like has very good benefits to it, but it also is very detrimental to our mental health. So if you feel like you're comparing yourself to random girls on Pinterest or random girls on YouTube or Instagram, I think it's also crucial to take a social media break, which it doesn't have to be long, but I just think like mental health is really important. And I know like a lot of girls and females such as myself struggle with comparing. It's just all about shifting your mindset and then saying affirmations. It's honestly just how you change your mindset. It's huge. Trust me, it's huge. And when you start being more positive, your life's going to be positive around. The fourth thing that you can do to fall in love with yourself this spring is to stop abandoning yourself for comfort. This is like one of my favorite things. Like I think this tip is very important. Ways we might be abandoning ourselves when you procrastinate, that's you abandoning yourself. Doom scrolling on social media, comparing yourself to others, anything that kind of like takes away from you focusing on yourself. But here are some tips to change that. The first thing you can do is start saying no. It's really crucial to set boundaries and to start saying no, especially for someone that you might be focusing your energy on, like your job, if they give you too much things to do and you can't meet it at a deadline. I think leaving situations that drain you is very important. And I know it's really hard to leave something, especially if you're comfortable with it or if you love that person, but you really have to consider yourself and what's better for you and your future self. And then not shrinking yourself to make someone feel better is very important, because when you meet people, and you're going to meet a whole bunch of people, there's going to be some friends that you feel like you kind of have to shrink yourself or dim your light to make them feel better. If they make you do that, or if you feel like you have to do that, they are not your friend. So just honestly, just start choosing yourself and like setting boundaries. To step out of your comfort zone. I've been personally trying to step out of my comfort zone. So I did a Pilates class. Actually, I did 2 Pilates classes and I had fun at both of them. That's something like I wouldn't think to do. And like just doing stuff on my own is like me stepping out of my comfort zone. Next is to take care of your body like you love it. So I know we are all watching this video because we want to love ourselves, and right now we may not be at that stage where we don't love ourselves fully. So examples that you can do is movement, because it feels good. It's overall better for your health. It's also better for your hormones. Eating certain foods that make you feel energized. So examples could be protein, fiber. This is resting without guilt. So a night routine is very important. So if you struggle with sleep, you have to focus on what's bothering you before you fall asleep. I was struggling with sleep in the beginning of the year, and one thing that really helped me was sleep journaling. So I would, if I couldn't fall asleep and like if I was tossing and turning, I would voice type into my notes app. And then like when I was done voice typing, I would just pass out. So something was bothering me. The sixth tip is to become someone you're proud of. A couple things you could do to make yourself proud is to learn something new, create instead of scroll, show up constantly. Fun thing that I think would be a good idea is to learn how to cook, because there's nothing more satisfying than like making yourself food and then realizing that it's really good. You could always create, so start painting, start writing, do a scrap diary, a junk journal, and then always show up for yourself constantly. You are going to be your best friend. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Until next time.